Dear students, welcome back. Now, in this session, we are going to see the sex differentiation between that is male sacrum and the female sacrum, and also how can you differentiate the male and female sacrum. Now, coming to the first one, that is measurements. Here, the length is more in males. Here the length is less but breadth is more in females. So length is more than breadth in males, whereas in females breadth is more than the length. Okay, sometimes it may be almost equal in females. Now coming to the curvature, next one is the pelvic curvature. The pelvic curvature in males is regular and gradual from above downwards. So the curvature of the sacrum is regular and gradual from above downwards. Whereas in the female sacrum, it is abruptly curved forwards in its lower part. So this one is abruptly curved forwards in the lower part of the sacrum in females. Now coming to the auricular surface. This auricular surface approaches more than 2.5 sacral vertebrae and up to upper half of the third sacral vertebrae. Here if you can see this auricular surface, so this is almost all two. So this one is 1, 2 and 3. So third one, it is almost reached 2.5 sacral vertebrae up to the upper half of the third sacral vertebrae. When you see in the female the auricular surface, it extends up to second sacral vertebrae and is always less than 2.5 sacral vertebrae. So it may extend up to the second sacral vertebrae, but it is always less than 2.5 sacral vertebrae. And coming to the muscular impressions, so muscular impressions are marked more in the male, whereas it is less marked in the females. Okay, if you see the weight of the male sacrum, which is heavier, and if you see the female sacrum, the weight of the female sacrum is lighter. Okay, now coming to the size of the body and ala of the sacrum, the transverse measurement of the body of the first sacral vertebrae is more. That is, the transverse measurement of the body of the first sacral vertebrae is more than any other vertebral body, and it is also more than the ala of any one of the side. So the transverse measurement of the body is more than that of the ala of the vertebrae. Okay, when you take the female, the transverse measurement of the ala is more than that of the body of the first sacral vertebrae. If you take the ala, this ala is greater than the body of the female first sacral vertebrae. The transverse measurement of this ala is more than that of the transverse measurement of the body of the first sacral vertebrae. Now coming to the sacral index, the sacral index is lesser in male and sacral index is greater in females. What do you mean by sacral index? Sacral index is equal to breadth of the sacrum, so breadth of the sacrum at the base by length of the sacrum into 100. So when you take this index, so males will have less sacral index and the females will have greater index. So because here the length is more in the male. That means length we are adding up at the denominator, and the breadth is less. So definitely the sacral index is less in males, whereas in the females it is more. If you see in the females, the breadth is more, isn't it? And the length is small. So the sacral index is greater in female, and sacral index in male is lesser. So these are all the differences and the variations seen in between the male sacrum and the female sacrum. In the next session, we are going to see the other bony component of the lumbar abdomen, that is coccyx. Okay. Thank you.